Hello everyone and welcome back to Open Source Tonight. Today I wanted to show you something I just found out literally a couple days ago. I didn't know this thing existed until I was browsing around in some documentation. So, let's go take a look at that documentation. Here it is, everyone. So, I found out this thing called Broadway, which is a display server to display your Linux GUI apps. But instead of doing it like Xorg does on the actual user system or using X forwarding remotely with a lot of issues in my experience, especially for the, for the most responsiveness. I mean, it can work with smaller programs. But anyway, this program will let you display GTK apps, which is the GUI toolkit that I like to use on Linux generally a lot of the time, in a web browser via HTML5 and WebSockets. Now, the catch is that it only works with GTK, and so that's a negative if you're using something like Qt apps. Some people pronounce it cute, or if you're using like older apps that are like written in Motif or something, this will not work with them, from what I understand. I know it won't work with Qt apps because I tried one, just to be sure. It is possible to use multiple apps at the same time, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so some of this documentation seems to be wrong because it's talking about how this Broadway display server is like, you have to put it like at the end of the URL or something from what I understand. Yeah, like this. But see, I didn't have to do that. Maybe if you have multiple Broadways or something on the same box you do, who knows? Anyway, so I'll show you how I have everything set up. So over here I have my web browser pointed over to, right now, the localhost 8080 port, which is what it defaultly runs on. And I got a terminal up here, if I can get it to, there we go. And in this terminal, I can run Broadway. And I'm now running it, and you can see it's just sitting there. And now if I come over to my other terminal to actually run it, I tried this once before and had a problem being out of focus, but I'm going to set up some environment variables that it requires for the application to run. So in this specific session only, I'm going to set up an environment variable of GDK underscore backend equals Broadway. So that tells the application that's what we're going to use to render it. That's my understanding. So we're going to export this, so that sets it as an environment variable. Okay, and then we got to set one more. We got to set Broadway underscore display, and this one we're going to set this. I set it to a display number other than. I believe my system is running on either 0 or 1, all the actual real local hardware. So I just set it on 2. And there we go. I've set it to 2. And now, if I come back over to my web browser, and all I got to do is just refresh, we have a blank web page that, if you notice in the corner, it says Broadway 2.0, which means we're connected to Broadway, but there's no apps running yet. And so now, here's what we're going to do. Let's run gedit. And if you noticed up here on my screen, you can see gedit ran. You can drag it around in the web browser. This is all interesting, right? And it works just like any regular gedit. So I could go test, right? And for example, if we set this to Python, I could do a test function like this. Hold on. Just to show you that it can highlight and everything too. So I'm going to just go in here, and I'm going to go and change it to Python. So Python 3, and there you go. You can see it highlights and everything. And you can see that this works like the real gedit. I can go to about, and everything works. And this is also on my local system right now, just on a web browser, but it could be over the network. I tried it, and it's pretty responsive. So folks, that's just a quick video about Broadway. In the gist of things, it basically is just, think of it like a substitute for Xorg for remotely accessing GTK applications. It's actually pretty interesting. I do find, like I said a little bit earlier, that it's pretty responsive compared to something like GTK apps, even small ones like gedit over X forwarding, which is another way to kind of run GUI apps remotely and then have the local, or have the local computer not have to do any processing, but the remote computer does it all, and then you just get the local computer to render the GUI, basically. Anyway, everybody, I hope you found this video interesting and informative. It's just a quick video, but I just thought this was pretty interesting stuff, so I'm like, I have to share this. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye, everybody. And action.